Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel Unyistitches. In this channel we upload sewing tutorial, pattern drafting, sewing tips, sewing tricks and sewing techniques. So in today's tutorial, as requested by one of us, we want to learn how to cut and sew a short pant sleeve, a petit pant, as you can see on the screen. So what you need is just your material and your lace trimming. This is the lace trimming I'm using. Then you can decide to sew it without the lace trimmings. Without wasting much of our time, let's go straight into the tutorial. The first thing I will do will be for me to roll a line that will represent my starting point. Can you see that is my starting point? The next thing I will do will be for me to divide my hip measurement by 4 and I will square it. So the hip I'm working with is 44 inches. When I divide it by 4, that gives me 11 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for the ease allowance at the cross side. So I'm going to mark 12 inches this way. Then I will mark 11 inches this way. Mark 11 as well this way. Make sure you use your own measurement unless you have the same measurement as the one I'm working with. Can you see? My material is a JC material, so it stretches. That is why it's somehow hard for me to draw the line. So the next thing I will do now is for me to impute my hip line. So the hip I'm working with from the waist to hip point is 9 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark my 9 inches. I'll connect my lines. I'm using this color chalk so that you can actually see my drawing. So when you're working with, at least use a chalk that will not stain your material. So the next thing I will do will be for me to extend my cross line. So for you to do that, you have to divide your waist measurement by 20 for the front cross. So what I have when I divide it by 20 is 2.2. So I will mark my 2.2. You can approximate it to 2.25 or approximate it to 2.25. I'll mark it down. Then I'll come to my hip line. I'll mark 0.25 outside this way. Then I'll use my curve and connect from this point to this point. Then I'll join it here. Okay, that is my cross. For the waist, I'm using the same hip measurement on the waist measurement, which is 11, because I'm using an elastic band. So I'll go ahead and mark the full length of my sleeve. I need the full length of 20 inches. Then I will add 1 inch for the folding of my elastic band. That is for the band at the top. And then I'll add 1 inch for the joining of my lace trimming. So everything will round up to 22 inches. So the next thing I will do will be for me to divide half of my cross line. Half of my cross line is, this is 18.25. So half of 18.25. I'll mark them here. That's half of my cross line. And then I will connect it. So on this line, I'm going to impute my same hip measurement minus 1. That is the hip measurement we are working with is 11. So I will minus 1. That is 10. I'm going to divide that by 2. I will mark 5 inches on each side. So I'll measure my 5 inches starting from this point. I'll mark the same 5 inches on this other point. Then I'll connect this to here and this to this point. I will join my sewing allowance. Here I'm going to make use of 0.5 inch. I'm going to make use of 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and cut it out now. So I'll go ahead and use this to cut my back panels. So for the back, I fold my material into two as well. Then I've pinned down the front panel on the material. When pinning it down, I left about 3 inches at the upper part, and I left about 2 inches on this part or more. And then I still need some inches here for my crotch. Then I've gone ahead to mark to extend my crotch line and then the full length line. So what I'll do will be for me to extend my crotch for the back by 2.2 as well. That is starting from the front. I will extend it by 2.2. Starting from here, the front, not the same allowance. So I will extend it by 2.2. Remember the front extension was 2.2. So when I extend another 2.2, that's to say the back crotch line extension is 4.4 when you add it all. So that is where I have it. Then I will go ahead and draw my crotch now. So I'm going to add 1 inch outro on this for the back. That is my crotch for the back. So here I'm going on this other side for the back. I'm going to add 0.75 outro. This side I will add 1 inch. Remember this side I'm adding 1 inch. This side 0.75. Then I'll connect it to my crotch extension. So the next thing I will do will be for me to increase here by 2 inches. That is my inner seam side of the pant. I increase it by 2 inches. Connect it directly to this point. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Can you see? So the next thing I will do will be for me to take off my pattern. So we'll go ahead and join my boot crotch. First of all, join for the front. I'll pin it down this way. So go ahead and sew it this way up to this point. Then I will do the same for my back panel. Then I will join it all to this point. Then I'll bring it for you to see. So I've joined my crotch for both the front and my back panel. As you can see, the next thing now will be for me to go ahead and attach my lace trimmings. So this is the lace trimming I'm using. I'll go ahead and attach it at the hem part for both the front and the back. So I've attached my lace trimmings. Can you see? This is for the back and this is for the front. So what next I will do will be for me to place my right side of the front, and then I'll place the right side of the back, right side facing each other. I'll go ahead and join the crotch. I'll mash it up this way. Then I will join this to this end, and I will join to this end as well.
So I've joined the crush for both my front and my back panel. So what I will do next will be for me to fold my waistline so that I can pass my elastic band. So I'm just going to fold in like 1 inch this way. This is how it will be. I will sew it, then I'll fold this one this way, then I'll sew it, then I'll do the same to this other part of the front. So I've gone ahead and bend it the way I said. Can you see? So next thing now will be for me to join my outer seam. And for me to join my outer seam, I'm going to mash this up this way. I believe you can see. Then I'll go ahead and sew it this way. And I'll do the same to this other side. So I've joined the sides. Can you see this is the wrong side? Let me turn it to the right side. This is the right side. Can you see this is my back? And this is my front. Don't mind my chalk. I will put it in laundry so the chalk will come out. Wanted to use a colored chalk so that you will see my markings. So now I'll go ahead and pass my elastic around the waist. So the elastic here measures 32 inches and the waist I'm working with is 35 inches. So I minus 3 inches from the waist measurement. So you do same with the waist measurement you are working on. And it also depends on how tight you want it to be on the waist. I don't really want it that tight. So I'll go ahead and pass my elastic. This is my sleeve, my petite pants. Can you see how beautiful it looks like? This is the back and this is the front. I will go ahead and iron it. Then I'm going to interlock the inside. So this is the final outcome of our petite pants, our waist sleeve. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so that when once I upload new sewing tutorial, you'll be first to be notified. Bye bye.